Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your daily dose of skill, and we have a hot news about 2.0 Matchmaker. Let's see what Wargaming is presenting for us and what we can expect. And I know at this point in time, game is treating every and each of us badly, but we need to keep in mind that a lot of tourists came back to the game, a lot of people who are preparing for tier 11s, and it is a rough time. I understand that. So let's see what article says. With update 2.0, we are rolling complete reworked matchmaking system. One that understands not just that your vehicle you are bringing to the battlefield, but how you plan to fight. Wow. So pretty much we shouldn't see the 50B matched against the IS-7 or something like that. Flanking in a light tank, pushing the line in the breakthrough heavy tank, or sniping from the distance in a tank destroyer. And the new matchmaking ensures every battle is shaped for tactical depth and fairness. This is no simple tweak. It is an update designed to reward skill, reduce frustration, and set the stage for the future of the world of tanks. That sounds very, very good and very promising. Why matchmaking matters? Matchmaking is more than just who you face in the battlefield. It's one of the pillars of the world of tanks and the hidden engine that fuels every strike. Fair matchmaking ensures your vehicle and tactics matter. On both teams start with equal shot at victory. That's actually very, very good, because we had plenty of the situations when matchmaking was just simply bad. When it works well, it creates battles full of tension, strategy, and memorable moments. When it falls short, it can feel loop-sided, frustrating, and simply unfair. This sentence is 80% of the games at this point in time, if not 90% of the games, honestly. We tested our matchmaker extensively through the years, and the new system isn't simply faster and smarter, and it is molded to your fight. Expect more balanced roles across the teams, tighter class limits to keep battles varied, and a higher frequency of +1, -1 matches. Beautiful. That is absolutely bloody amazing, fellas. What that says, that pretty much says that a +2 matchmaking is going to be rare, and it's going to be 0 or +1 matchmaking, right? At least that's how I interpreted this, and that's what I am expecting, right? Matchmaker isn't a stand-alone unit. It is coordinated operation that shapes who ends up in your team, who will you be facing, and how quick you get to roll out. Each factor plays a part, ensuring matchmaking is fair, dynamic, and enjoyable. Okay, let's see what they are presenting and what they are giving for us, right? Move your ugly face skill. Smarter team composition. Matchmaker balances teams by combat role as well as vehicle type. Good. No more armored breakthrough heavies on one side versus autoloader support heavies on the other side. Great. Each team now gets a fair mix of roles. Good. There is nothing to complain about that whatsoever. Class limits for tactical variety. To keep battles dynamic and diversified, the new matchmaker enforces the following limits in the majority of the battles, with hard limits on arty. 3 artas, a hard limit. I would love to see this 1. I would love to see this 2, and most likely I would see this probably 4, but 5 can do as well. Tank destroyers maximum 5 per team, light tanks maximum 3 per team, SPGs maximum 3 per team. I don't like that they still have 3 clickers per team. I do not like this, honestly. I think it would have be perfect opportunity to go for 2 clickers, and in the same time I think it would be perfect opportunity to go for 2 light tanks, but once again we'll see how it will work. Closer tiers, fairer fights. Expect more +1 -1 battles, giving you tighter matchups and reducing extreme tier spreads. +2 matchmaking remained part of the mix for a flavor and extra bit of challenge. I understand that it's completely fine. If, let's say, we are going to get +1 minus 1 matchmaking most of the time, +2 once in 10 times or once in 20 times, I see no problem whatsoever. But let's get real, +2 matchmaking is ass. I am annoyed whenever I am playing my AMX65T or whatever else tank, right? Tier 8, if the tier 8 tank isn't strong whenever you are getting into the tier 10 game. And I know what I'm doing. There are plenty of the players who are not the greatest, who are tourists, if you will. And +2 matchmaking is instantly going under the water and drown, honestly. I understand why they kept +2 still, but I hope we are going to see that once in 10 games in the worst case scenario. Once in 10 games. That's what I'm hoping for. And by the way, we have a tool to showcase what kind of matchmaking you have as well. You can do that with index mode, right? No more same tank armies. The new system also limits the number of identical vehicles per team. Same tank. Enemies will be spread more evenly across the teams to avoid repetitive lineups, ensuring various and balanced team composition. So pretty much that means whenever Wargaming is having either loot boxes or either giving some kind of free shitter of a premium tank, you are not going to see 10 of them per side. That's also good, nothing to complain about. Faster matches, smarter queue logic. Unified queue lets the matchmaker adapt in real time. The system aims to reduce waiting time and allow for balanced teams even during off-peak hours. This is especially important for a NAS server, because NAS server or C server, they have a bit of the issues with the amount of the people. So it's going to be interesting to see how folks from the NA or from the C will talk about this. Speaking about the NAS server, I don't think it happens that often that we need to wait for a lot of time to get into the game. Unless you are playing lower tiers of peak time, then it can take up to a minute or maybe even 2. Separate battle modes, encounter, assault, and grand battles are being retired for now. This is going to be a huge one, and I know that a lot of people will cry about this. And trust me, there is going to be content creators who will have a title, encounter and assault battle is gone. Wargaming, how could you? Now I will explain you how it looks like, and this is very important thing to say. Are being retired for now, freeing up matchmaker resources previously spent on working several queues. Now, this is extremely important thing to say. I must admit, I am a gamer who was playing all game modes apart Grand Battles because I think it is a dead content, right? Grand Battles is dead content. It's nothing extraordinary. I think I played it maybe a couple of times, and after that, I never seen it again. Now, encounter and assault modes are going to be gone from the world of tanks, right? So you can say goodbye for this. Now, as lover of encounter battle and assault battle, I must admit that I play those games and I enjoy those games. And we asked Wargaming, because there was quite a discussion about this, speaking the CC Summit. And Wargaming pretty much said that there is two ways how the things can look like. Either we have a new matchmaking with all the positive things, but we are removing the encounter and assault game modes, and they said that most of the players have them disabled for one or another reason. They haven't mentioned the percentage, but they said most, so that means more than 50% of the player base have them disabled, right? And the second thing is, let's ask ourselves straight into the face. Would we rather have the current matchmaking which we currently have in the game with encounter or assault, or would we rather take everything what we are getting with a new matchmaker system, more fear, better matchmaking, faster matchmaking, and losing encounter assault? I look at this as you need to give something to get something, right? In this situation, encounter, assault, and grand battles are gone. Grand battles mode, absolutely irrelevant pile of shit. I think like literally 99% of the people do not give a shit about that. Encounter and assault, it is something that I played, but the time is changing, as you can see yourself, and unfortunately it is gone. Do I think it is a game changer, and do I think it is a bad thing? Absolutely not. Even though I'm a lover of those game modes, I just simply think that was, I mean, if there is no other alternative option for those modes to be in the game, what can we do, right? Accept it and move on. Next, more varied and balanced battles. Before 2.0, battles often had extreme screws in vehicle classes, sometimes featuring 4 light tanks or 7 or 8 or even 9 tanks, tank destroyers per team. Absolutely yes. After 2.0, team compositions will be more balanced. The new matchmaking enforces additional vehicle caps for light tanks and soft limits for tank destroyers. Now there will be no more than 3 light tanks and no more than 5 tank destroyers per team, with only about 3% of the battles having 6 TDs per team. With only about 3% of the battles having 6 TDs per team. So what Wargaming is saying that the limits for tank destroyers are 6, not 5, right? Because whenever matchmaking will be saying, "Ok, to Kuliva, I am stressed," matchmaking will release bunch of the tank destroyers in the match. At least this is how it looks like, right? Build to evolve with you. We know changes can feel uncertain, especially for our veteran commanders. Certain fun and unusual setup like all tank destroyer rooster or wider tier spreads will show up less often, and that's by design. That's good design. That is a good thing. The main goal of the new system is to deliver more competitive and satisfying experience for everyone. But it is not static. We will continue closely monitoring your feedback and live data, ready to fine-tune things as needed. That's good. So now from all of this, let's get real. Nothing of this is a problem apart encounter, assault, and grand battles. So what I have to ask for you in the YouTube folks, what is your take on this, right? What do you think about this change? Do you think encounter, assault, and grand battles was so important for a game, even though many of those maps were unbalanced and many players turned them off? Or do you think it is fair play to give those game modes in order to have significantly better random battles, which is, let's get real, it is a key of the world of tanks, right? In my opinion, it is a fair trade, but I can't wait to check out your comment section down below and to see what do you think. And for now, thank you very much for watching and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.